Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mary's Little House. I welcome you with Peanut. He's already. Are you asleep? I think he's ready to go to sleep as I start talking, like a lot of my audience might do. So glad you're back to Mary's Little House. When I was young in college, I found a little book called The Hidden Life. It was the hidden life of Jesus, or the life based on the hidden life of Jesus. Do you know he lived 30 years a hidden life before he went public? Those 3 last years of his public ministry, which ended in his death and resurrection and ascension into heaven. So 30 years compared to 3 years, big difference. So hidden life must mean a lot to Jesus. Anyway, I was so fascinated with that book. I just couldn't wait to get back to it from my other duties to read it. It showed the beauty of the hidden life based on the hidden life of Jesus. Recently, I was going through some struggles, and nothing brought me peace. Nothing gave me consolation. The normal things that do, the normal little things that give me consolation, they weren't working. Nothing was working. And I was just sort of there forlorn, and with friends that were supporting me. Indeed, that was working in a way because they were supporting me. Keep on going, Jim. Don't let fear get you. Lent starting, the evil one wants to really discourage you big time. All of those things helped me. And I was just there in the dark, listening to those wonderful voices, those caring hearts, but still in the dark. And a vainglorious thought came to me, something that would put me in the spotlight or something. I forgot what it was. I don't even want to think of it. And I right away rejected it. And all of a sudden I remembered the hidden life. And that brought me great peace. Because that's what I'm doing here at Mary's Little House in Centerville, Illinois. Living the hidden life of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And that brought me such great peace. When I talk about the hidden life, I talk about it by the way of the results. What happened when I found that out, that great grace, when I rejected that vainglorious thought, and this gift of the Holy Spirit came to me, recalling the zeal and love and the fire I had for the hidden life when I first read that book. The hidden life helps me. Here's how it works, for me anyway. It helps me have a greater peace. I'm not looking around. I'm looking right where I'm at. And I'm so glad to be where I'm at. I am so glad to be where God's will is. Someone called tonight. It was a middle of something I was enjoying very much, and it was a TV show about Saint Bernadette, and it was a climactic moment, and they called it that moment. And they asked, I hope I'm not interrupting anything. It says, no, you're not. This is God's will for me. I did miss that climactic moment, but I made a point. I saw it with God's grace, because otherwise I would be so frustrated. Why would they call it this moment? All that. But that I saw that this is God's will for me to give up that moment and listen to the person on the other end of the phone. That's only a result. That brought me great peace. Yes, there was an initial struggle there, but the grace of God prevailed and peace resulted. So there is a peace living the hidden life of Christ, of Jesus, a great peace. Another thing is that the house, the surroundings, the shelves, the kitchen sink, everything is so special. It's so cozy. It speaks to me of God, of that little house of Nazareth with Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I'm so glad to clean it and keep it nice. I'm so appreciative of it, of the house I'm talking about, of the atmosphere, of everything that's in it. You become more, living the hidden life, more aware of God's love for us and providing all of this. Even the heat, when the furnace kicks on, we've had some cold nights and days. It's God's warmth kicking into that and coming through that vent. The covers, the water, everything is such more, you feel it more, you appreciate it more, living the hidden life, because you're not looking around over the God's shoulder, but with our eyes closed in faith. Our eyes closed in faith to the visible world, we see right through to the visible, to how God's loving us with the warmth of the furnace and the refreshment of the water and the food, the bread, the loaves of bread. All of those things are God caring for us, feeding us, refreshing us, renewing us, providing for us. You're more aware of all those things, living the hidden life. Another result of it is a sharper focus on the present moment. You don't look around for the next moment. You're looking in this one moment that I'm sharing with you on YouTube now. It's a focus it's a marvelous focus. We're not split up. We're not scattered. Our hearts and minds are in one place. In the present moment where we're meeting God's love, that is the connection. That's the plug-in to God's love and grace and presence in this moment. And so the moment becomes fascinating and wonder-filled and loving and tender, because it's God's there. Even if it's a very hard moment, God's there. Like when this person called and I was surprised what I said. No, you're not interrupting anything. This is God's will for me, and I'm so glad you called. So that presence, the living in the present moment. And psychiatrists tell us good mental health is how connected we are to reality. And, well, that's pretty connected, I guess, to the moment, to every detail of that moment, to seeing right through that moment, the meaning of the moment, seeing God's love, seeing His goodness, His presence, suffusing all that we see, making it glow and radiate in looking at it with our faith, with a lively faith, a faith that is focused, that gets stronger as we exercise it. So that's a result of the hidden life. Oh, another result is the spiritual world. One of my dear friends who's a music minister, she says she plays and sings and leads the congregation and wants to help them raise their minds and hearts to God. But she recalled to me that she has other help, otherworldly help, that the angels are there, myriads of angels at every Eucharist, as they are in heaven around the table of the Lamb, the eternal Eucharist, the eternal wedding banquet, which we are making present in our celebration of the Eucharist. It's only one sacrifice, one Eucharist. It's one Jesus, one offering, one one uh, uh, a gift of ourselves with Jesus. We do it with in union with the all the angels and saints in heaven. But she said she has the help of myriads of angels. She's joining in the choir, and I think that's so neat. And angels, there are even the 9 choirs of angels, choirs for singing, giving God glory. But anyway, she sees that, she senses the angels helping her to sing and to play and to lead the people in giving God glory with all these myriads of angels. Well, in the present moment, or the spiritual world becomes more alive. Our own guardian angel, who's our companion for life, his mission is to not only to protect us from danger, so we won't step out in front of a bus, but also to protect us from moral dangers. I just always shudder when I think of a lot of our good people are in that jungle that is the network sometimes. And I don't mean to put anybody down, but it's a lot of temptation, some proximate occasions of temptation. And I have a hunch this Lent that many of you will use that wonderful medium of television very carefully, and the internet too. Oh my goodness, there's stuff. When I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. There was pop-ups all over the world and in there, and I didn't know how to even get rid of them. Anyway, it can be a wonderful tool like this YouTube, or it can be something that would hurt us. But the angels help us. But my point is, in hidden life, we become more attuned to the spiritual life, to the angels and saints helping us. And lastly, we live with, not alone in the house, not just our family, but the Holy Family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. They come because where Jesus is, Mary is. Where Mary and Jesus is, Joseph. And they will help us to live this hidden life in our homes. God bless you now. Have a happy Lent. Let's keep praying for each other to have a happy Lent. Bye-bye.